Everybody settle in. Yeah, Mr. Green likes to talk. I want you to know that I've been thinking about this day for quite a while. It was around this time last year that I ran into Mr. Olson in the hallway. I had just found out that I was going to be moving up to 5th grade from 3rd grade, and I would have the chance to teach some of my former students again. And I had come down the hallway to scope out the new classroom. Mr. Olson told me that he was trying to wrap up his year, finishing report card comments, cleaning his room, and he also told me that he had to finish working on his speech for the moving up ceremony. And he said to me, "You ready for that, Green? You're moving up to 5th grade. You get to get up and give a speech next year. You ready for that?" But what he didn't know is that I don't back away from a challenge, especially if there's a microphone involved. If you got to see me work the night at PDQ, you know what I'm talking about. Right? So the idea that I would someday be up here giving a speech, it just seemed to float in the back of my mind and would come up every now and then. It came up on the first day of school and on the day of the fun run. It would just come up, this idea that I would be up here, the school year would be coming to an end, and I would be saying goodbye to this group of kids, and I would need to say something about that. Well, around mid-October, just before track out, I found out that one of my students would not be coming back after track out. She would be moving to a new school, and for her, that year would be over. And I was sad for her. And I was sad for my students, her classmates, because I knew that they would miss her. And I felt a little down myself about that. I knew that in sending her off, I was going to miss that kid. So on our last day, we got a cake, and we wished her well, and we said our goodbyes. And once again, I thought about this day and this speech. I thought, if I was upset about saying goodbye to one kid, what's it going to be like on the day where I have to stand up here and say goodbye to all 28 kids all at once? I'd be a wreck. I'd stand up here and cry in front of everybody. Nobody wants to see that. So that evening, after I had put my own kids to bed, I was out running errands around town, and it was just me in the car. And I don't get time alone very often, so I got to listen to my music. And I put on some Bob Dylan. Put on this playlist, and I hit shuffle, and this one song came on. It was a song that he had written as sort of a prayer or a blessing for his oldest child when he realized that he would not always be so little. It's a song I'd heard many times before, but that night, in the mood that I was in, it really resonated with me. And as I listened, I got to thinking about how incredibly blessed I was to have ever had this group of kids in the first place. And it really changed my perspective on how this speech might go today. Often when I meet someone new, the question comes up, what do you do for a living? When I say that I'm a teacher, or I teach elementary school, they usually follow up with the question, so, you like working with kids? And it's a decent question, and I always answer, yes, I do. But sometimes I wish they would ask a better question. I wish people would ask, what is it that you like about working with kids? If someone were to ask that question, the answer that I would give would be based on this group of young people. In the years I've known this group, I have seen the shyest, mousiest kid in the class come out of her shell and go on to audition to do stand-up comedy at the school talent show. I've seen another kid once so timid and shy that I had to counsel with her mom about it. I watched her stand up here today and give the commencement address. I've seen a kid who was so down on himself for all the years that he had struggled in math until the one day that light bulb went off and he noticed a mistake that I had made in solving a math problem, and he came up to the board and he took the pen away from me and solved the problem, and then went on to teach the rest of the lesson to the class in a way that was honestly better than how I was doing it. I've seen kids' reading levels grow 2.5 years in less than a year because they knew they had a team of people who believed in them, and maybe for the first time, they were starting to believe it themselves. I've seen kids, my whole class, give up their recess to cheer on and welcome back their fellow classmates who are returning from Special Olympics. I've seen beautiful acts of friendship, acts of forgiveness, compassion, friendships develop between kids who should be opposites. I've seen moments of celebration when all that hard work paid off. For these moments, I get to be coach, and I get to be cheerleader, and I get to have a front row seat as their biggest fan. It's these behaviors, these traits that I see that we often hold up as ideals in adults that often we see it come so much easier for our young people. And it's because of these moments and who you are that when I think about you leaving, don't take this the wrong way, but I realize I'm not going to miss you. No. I'm not going to miss you because I'm more excited to see who you become and where you go from here. And that can't happen if you're still here. So keep going, right? Don't be afraid to take those risks and to try something new. Keep changing and working on being the best possible versions of yourselves. Stay young at heart. And don't let go of those things that have brought you here today. Be yourself, because who you are is incredible. Now, I know it's like a tradition or commonplace at these kind of events to finish with a quote from Dr. Seuss or Shel Silverstein. But it was Bob Dylan that helped me sort through my emotions on this, so I think it's only appropriate that I finish with those words. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. And may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong. And may you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation for when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Green Team for life, y'all. I'm going to call your name, please come forward. Taylor Bailey. Bridget Barron. Emma Barton. Carlos Beltran Martinez. Zachary Rolesville. Jonathan Bina. Lena Bogle. Mauricio Hernandez Jr. Nada Hernandez Tejada. Hannah Johnson. Adam Jones. Ryan Kalina. Tyler King. Tatiana Crozet. Lady Latham. Ryan Lockney. Faja Muhammad. Dalton Purser. Brandon Rauenhorst. Juan Rico Donhe. Ainsley Rolston. Katie Shaw. Robbie Smith. Joshua Sneed. Brady Stillman. Katie Swanson. Liam Walden. Green Team 2016.